Hello everyone, Nolan West here. There is always so much negativity going around, especially during this pandemic. And during times like these, I like to focus on something I can be thankful for because gratitude helps me maintain perspective when I'm going through hard times. And something we can all be thankful for during this time is the fact that once all this passes, the United States will still be the best place to live in the entire world. COVID-19 will certainly have lasting effects. I mean, it might even become a virus that we have to be vigilant of year after year. But our country is poised to continue its economic dominance for years to come after this. And all the economic loss that we've suffered will return faster here than anywhere else in the world. Now you might say, Nolan, you just did a video lamenting our $4 trillion deficit we're going to have. And how could you possibly think the United States will have a strong economy after that? And while we should be concerned about this absurd rate of government spending, it's important to remember that we are the only country capable of that kind of spending because of our economic strength. And it serves to illustrate just how much stronger our economy is than the rest of the world. There are two big reasons the United States is able to spend this kind of money. And number one is that the United States economy is an absolute juggernaut on the world stage. Our GDP is 2 trillion higher than every Eurozone nation combined. And we have 50% larger GDP than China, which is the next biggest GDP in the world. And they have over 4 times our population. And this economic strength leads right into the second reason, and that's the United States dollar is the most sought after currency in the world. During times of global economic instability, the entire world starts stocking up on US dollars. In the middle of March this year, there was a global rush on US dollars so large that we actually had a shortage of dollars, which we have trillions of. It's just crazy. And why are other countries in a rush to get their hands on US dollars? It's because the dollar is the most stable currency in the world thanks to our enormous economy. It is so stable that over 66 other countries peg their currencies to the dollar. And as a result, any changes to the United States monetary policy affects the rest of the world. But when the rest of the world changes their economic policy, it doesn't affect us too much here. And as you probably already know, the United States has a massive trade deficit. We import far more than we export, and we have for quite some time. And usually when a country has a trade deficit, its currency starts to weaken. And as its currency weakens, exports become more affordable for the other nations because their currency will buy more of what we're selling. However, since so many nations have tied their currencies to the US dollar, the dollar essentially never weakens in relation to their currencies. The Eurozone only could come up with 240 billion euros because there is little global demand for euros. And when they inject massive amounts of currency into their economies, they get dangerous levels of inflation. But when we inject over $2 trillion, we will still see inflation for sure, but not at dangerous levels because the demand for dollars globally is so strong, and that demand even gets stronger during bad economic times like we have right now. This is why we'll emerge from this pandemic stronger than any other country. Our enormous economic strength allows us to help our small businesses survive and puts food on the table of the millions who've lost their income because of COVID-19. Other nations aren't so lucky. They just can't do it. So even when times are bad, and this is as bad as they've ever been in my lifetime, we can all have gratitude that we get to live in the greatest country in the world. We will bounce back, and I can't wait to see it happen. That being said, I know some people are having big problems with the small business loan programs and the unemployment office. And if you or somebody you know is having issues, please have them contact me. I should at least be able to put you in contact with the right person and hopefully get straightened out right away. And as always, Thanks for listening. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.